Did you know that millions of seniors enjoy oatmeal every day without realizing its most powerful secrets? That's right. This simple, wholesome grain, often costing just pennies per serving, is sitting quietly in kitchens across America, hiding its full potential. In fact, many nutritionists now call oatmeal one of the most underrated heart-healthy foods on the planet. Think about it. How many times have you had a warm bowl of oatmeal for breakfast just to fill your stomach without ever wondering what else it could be doing for your heart? What if I told you that this humble food has a rich history of healing, with some benefits that could completely change the way you care for your body, especially as you age? Why isn't anyone talking about what oatmeal can truly do? And more importantly, what are we missing out on? In this video, we're going to uncover the most surprising, science-backed heart benefits of oatmeal that almost no one talks about. I'll also share crucial tips on how to use it effectively and point out who should be cautious before making it a daily habit. If you care about your health and want to make wiser choices in your senior years, this is one message you can't afford to ignore. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Lowers LDL, bad, cholesterol, and transforms the way your heart ages. As we age, one of the most silent and dangerous threats to our heart is the gradual rise of LDL cholesterol, often called the bad cholesterol. It moves quietly through our bloodstream, clinging to the walls of arteries like invisible sediment in a forgotten pipe. Over time, this buildup narrows the passageways that carry life-giving blood to our heart and brain, increasing the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and chronic fatigue. It doesn't announce itself until it's too late. But what if one of the simplest, warmest, and most comforting foods could push back against that risk, starting with your next breakfast? Oatmeal isn't just a classic comfort food. It's a daily shield for your heart. What makes it so powerful is a special kind of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. A compound that works almost like a sponge in your gut. As you digest oats, this fiber traps cholesterol particles and helps the body eliminate them before they can enter your bloodstream. In medical studies, seniors who consumed just one bowl of oats per day saw significant reductions in their LDL cholesterol levels, sometimes by as much as 10%. That's not just a number. That's a quieter heart. That's a reduced risk of surgery, medication, or worse. But there's more to this story than numbers and nutrients. For many older adults, health advice often feels confusing or out of reach. Pills, side effects, complicated diets. Oatmeal is the opposite. It's affordable, accessible, and deeply familiar. It's the food of early mornings and gentle routines, now revealed to be a hidden ally in the fight for longer life and stronger arteries. Imagine this. With just one mindful choice each day, you're unclogging arteries, nourishing your body, and taking control of your future with a spoon, not a prescription. And the best part? The changes are quiet, steady, and deeply personal. You may not feel it happening, but your heart does. Still, that's just the beginning, because while oatmeal lowers bad cholesterol, it also has the power to relax your blood vessels, support your circulation, and even help reduce blood pressure, something many seniors silently struggle with every day. So how does oatmeal do that? And why might it work better than the fancy cereals in colorful boxes? Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Reduces blood pressure. As we grow older, we begin to understand that true strength isn't always visible. It's quiet, steady, and often hidden in the smallest of things. One of the most powerful yet overlooked forces inside the body is blood pressure. For many seniors, high blood pressure becomes a quiet companion, unseen, but always felt in subtle ways. Shortness of breath while walking, lightheadedness when rising, or even the quiet anxiety of knowing your numbers are creeping upward. It's no exaggeration to call high blood pressure a silent killer, and yet one of the gentlest remedies may already be waiting in your pantry. Oatmeal, humble and unassuming, has an extraordinary ability to support healthy blood pressure without harsh side effects or complex regimens. What makes oats so unique isn't just their fiber, but the way their natural compounds, particularly avenanthramides, work to calm inflammation and gently relax blood vessels. When arteries become inflamed and rigid with age, pressure builds inside them like steam in a kettle. Oatmeal soothes that tension from within, allowing blood to flow more freely and easing the burden on your heart. Scientific studies support this. In one clinical trial, older adults who included oats in their daily diet experienced measurable reductions in systolic blood pressure, some by as much as 7 mmHg. That may seem modest, but to your heart, it's a profound difference. It means less strain, fewer risks, and a stronger foundation for long-term vitality. But beyond the numbers, there's something quietly powerful about starting your day with a food that doesn't just fill your stomach, but speaks to your well-being. Each warm spoonful becomes a kind of promise to yourself that you are still taking care, still choosing life, still making small decisions that matter. And in a world full of rushed mornings and processed food, oatmeal invites us to slow down, to stir, to sit, to be present. That presence is more than comfort. It's medicine in its own right. But oatmeal's gifts don't end there. Beyond soothing blood pressure and quieting inflamed vessels, it also plays a powerful role in balancing blood sugar, another hidden factor that quietly damages the heart as we age. So how exactly does oatmeal protect your heart from the roller coaster of sugar highs and crashes? And why might that be more important than you've ever realized? Let's keep going. 3. Improves blood sugar control. Essential for heart health. Among the many challenges we face as we age, perhaps none is more deceptive and more damaging than poor blood sugar control. For many seniors, it begins quietly, feeling a little more tired after meals, noticing blurred vision, or waking up thirsty in the night. But behind those subtle signs is something far more serious. Unstable blood sugar doesn't just affect energy. It quietly erodes the heart, hardens the arteries, and adds stress to a cardiovascular system that's already working harder with age. But there is a way to steady the storm, and surprisingly, it comes in the form of something gentle, warm, and familiar: a bowl of oatmeal. Unlike sugary cereals or processed breakfast foods that spike your blood sugar and then leave you crashing, oatmeal digests slowly, releasing energy at a steady pace. The secret lies in its soluble fiber, beta-glucan, which forms a soft gel in the gut. That gel slows the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream, helping your body avoid those dangerous spikes and crashes. For seniors, that steady release isn't just about feeling full longer. It's about giving your heart and blood vessels a break from the biochemical roller coaster. Scientific research backs this up. A study published in Nutrients found that older adults who regularly consumed oats showed improved insulin sensitivity, lower fasting glucose levels, and a marked decrease in markers of inflammation, a key contributor to both diabetes and heart disease. Oatmeal doesn't just feed the body, it communicates with it, telling it to move more slowly, breathe more deeply, and stay in balance. And there's something profoundly empowering in that. In a world filled with medications, blood tests, and finger pricks, oatmeal offers a quiet form of control. It's not flashy, not expensive, but it is deeply effective. It helps your heart by starting with your sugar, and that simplicity can be life-changing. Still, there's another layer to this story, one that has to do with how aging affects the very walls of our arteries. Because even if your cholesterol is low and your blood sugar is stable, your heart is still at risk if your arteries are stiff, inflexible, and under strain. So, can oatmeal actually help support the health of your arteries themselves, the very highways of life? The answer might surprise you. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Supports healthy arteries. As we grow older, we become more aware of time, not just on the clock, but within our bodies. We begin to feel it in our knees, in our energy, and quietly in our hearts. What many people don't realize is that aging affects our arteries too. They become less elastic, more rigid, less able to expand and contract the way they once did. This condition, known as arterial stiffness, isn't something we see in the mirror, but it's something the heart feels every day. It's forced to work harder to push blood through those hardened pathways, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and heart attack. But here again, oatmeal steps in, not as a miracle, but as a steady ally in protecting those vital inner roads. What gives oatmeal this protective power is more than just its fiber. It's the presence of avenanthramides, a rare and powerful group of antioxidants found almost exclusively in oats. These compounds do something remarkable. They help relax the smooth muscles and blood vessel walls, reduce oxidative stress, and calm chronic inflammation, 3 of the most dangerous drivers behind stiffened arteries. When you eat oatmeal regularly, you're not just feeding your body, you're nourishing the very lining of your blood vessels, helping them stay supple, responsive, and youthful in function, even as the years pass. There's something deeply comforting in that, especially for seniors who have felt the weight of time in their health. With every warm bowl, you're not only nourishing your body, you're actively participating in your own renewal. You're telling your heart, I see you, I care, and I'm still in this fight with you. Modern science agrees. Studies published in journals such as the Journal of Nutrition have shown that oats can improve endothelial function, a measure of how well your arteries expand and contract. Better endothelial health means better circulation, more oxygen to the brain, and a heart that beats not out of struggle but in strength. And yet, oatmeal's gifts keep unfolding. Because beyond supporting your arteries, it may also hold the key to something even more difficult to manage as we age: maintaining a healthy weight without crash diets, pills, or starvation. So how does oatmeal help seniors manage weight in a way that supports long-term heart health and real-life energy? Let's dive in deeper. 5. Supports weight management. There's a quiet struggle many seniors face but rarely talk about: weight. Not just for appearance, but for health, comfort, and freedom. With age, metabolism slows, muscle mass declines, and activity becomes more limited. But weight gain in later years doesn't just affect how we feel in our clothes. It puts strain on the heart, raises blood pressure, increases insulin resistance, and compounds nearly every cardiovascular risk. The challenge? Managing weight in a way that is sustainable, gentle, and nourishing, not restrictive, punishing, or unrealistic. This is where oatmeal becomes more than food. It becomes part of a rhythm, a steady, heart-conscious way of eating that respects the body's changing needs without shaming or starving it. Oatmeal's secret lies in its high soluble fiber content, especially beta-glucan, which slows digestion and prolongs satiety. That means after a bowl of oats, you feel fuller for longer, not heavy, but satisfied. There's no crash, no sudden hunger, no cravings pulling you toward processed snacks or sugar. Instead, it creates a sense of calm around food, a stability that many diets fail to offer. Studies back this up. Clinical research from the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that older adults who ate oatmeal for breakfast consumed fewer calories throughout the day than those who had more processed cereals or skipped breakfast altogether. But the real beauty of oatmeal is how it supports not just less eating, but better eating. When you start your day with something whole, warm, and full of purpose, your choices for the rest of the day often reflect that same intention. And there's more than biology at work here. There's psychology, there's emotion. Food is memory, tradition, and comfort. Oatmeal fits naturally into the lives of seniors, not just because it's nutritious, but because it's familiar. It doesn't ask you to be someone you're not. It just asks you to come back to something simple, wholesome, and healing. Still, even as it helps us manage weight and energy, oatmeal also fights something far more invisible: the slow, silent damage of chronic inflammation. And if you've never connected inflammation to heart disease, you may be shocked to discover just how deeply the two are linked, and how oatmeal may help calm the fire within. Let's take a closer look. 6. Reduces inflammation, a root cause of heart disease. There's a quiet kind of damage that builds over time, not from one event, but from many small ones that go unnoticed. It's not a fall, or a broken bone, or a heart attack. It's something much more subtle and far more dangerous: chronic inflammation. For many seniors, inflammation is the hidden thread that ties together joint pain, fatigue, cognitive decline, and yes, heart disease. It works in the background, slowly wearing down the walls of our blood vessels, damaging tissues, and pushing our immune system into a constant low-grade state of alarm. And the truth is, if we don't address it, no amount of exercise or medication can fully protect the heart. This is where oatmeal shows its quiet, remarkable power once again. Oats contain a rare group of antioxidants known as avenanthramides, compounds found almost exclusively in oatmeal, that have been shown to reduce inflammatory markers in the body. These aren't just vitamins or general nutrients. They are specialized plant compounds that target inflammation in blood vessel linings, helping reduce oxidative stress, improve circulation, and calm overactive immune responses. For seniors whose bodies naturally produce more inflammatory signals with age, this can be a crucial line of defense. Scientific studies published in Molecular Nutrition and Food Research have found that avenanthramides actively inhibit the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, especially in the arteries. In simpler terms, they help quiet the internal noise that leads to plaque buildup and arterial damage, a root cause of heart attacks and strokes. And the best part, this support comes from a food that is gentle, familiar, and deeply nourishing. But beyond the science, there's something emotionally grounding about this. It's comforting to know that you can fight something invisible, something so harmful, with something as peaceful as a bowl of oats. It's a reminder that not every act of healing has to be loud. Sometimes healing is quiet. Sometimes it's a warm meal shared in the early morning light, a soft return to rhythm, a small kindness to your future self. Yet, Even as oatmeal helps soothe inflammation and ease the heart's burden, it holds one more surprising gift, one that touches not just the body but the mind and spirit. Because in the final hours of the day when rest is most needed, oats may offer a gentle hand in helping seniors sleep more deeply and protect their hearts as they dream. Curious how? Let's explore. 7. Improve sleep, and that's good for your heart too. In the quiet hours of the evening, when the world slows down and the lights dim, many seniors find themselves battling something deeper than physical fatigue, the challenge of restless nights. Sleep, once effortless in youth, becomes fragile with age. Minds race, bodies ache, and the silence becomes heavy. But what few realize is that sleep is not a luxury. It is essential medicine for the heart. When we sleep poorly, our bodies release more stress hormones, our blood pressure stays elevated, and our hearts are denied the chance to fully recover from the day's demands. Oatmeal, surprisingly, can help ease us into the kind of rest that heals not only the mind but also protects the heart. It's not just a morning food. When eaten as a light evening snack, warm, slow-cooked, and calming, oats deliver key nutrients that support the sleep cycle. They are a natural source of melatonin, the hormone that signals to the body that it's time to rest. They also contain magnesium and complex carbohydrates, which help relax muscles and assist in the production of serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter that converts into melatonin in the brain. The result? A gentle, natural slowing of the body's rhythm, a loosening of the tightness in the chest, a calming of the breath. And over time, improved sleep quality means more than just feeling rested. It means lower blood pressure, reduced nighttime heart strain, and a more resilient cardiovascular system. Studies in sleep medicine reviews show that adults who sleep well have significantly lower rates of heart disease, stroke, and arrhythmia, not because they take more medication, but because their hearts finally get the rest they need. But more than the science, there's something deeply personal about this. There's healing in a ritual. Stirring oats slowly in a pot as the sun sets, perhaps with a touch of cinnamon or almond milk. It's not a prescription, it's peace. And in a world that often feels hurried, this simple act of nourishment can be a powerful way to honor your health. Now, after learning how oatmeal supports your heart in so many ways, from cholesterol to sleep, you might be wondering, is there anyone who shouldn't use oatmeal regularly? The answer is yes. And knowing when to be cautious is just as important as knowing when to embrace it. Let's take a moment to explore who should be careful and why. Conclusion: a bowl of oatmeal, a lifetime of heart wisdom. As we come to the end of this journey, one truth becomes undeniably clear. The small choices we make each day are the ones that shape the quality of our lives. For seniors especially, health isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about preserving independence, dignity, and the quiet joys of everyday life. And in that mission, few things are as powerful, gentle, and consistent as a simple bowl of oatmeal. It's easy to overlook foods that don't make bold promises or come in shiny packages. Oatmeal doesn't shout. It doesn't claim to be trendy or magical. What it offers instead is trust, built over generations. A soft, nourishing start to the day. A familiar comfort on cold mornings. But now, we know it's so much more than just comfort food. It's a partner in your heart health. Through science-backed research and decades of observation, oatmeal has proven its ability to lower cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, balance blood sugar, soothe inflammation, and even support better sleep and weight management. It nourishes the blood vessels, protects the arteries, and gives your heart the quiet strength it needs to carry you through the years with resilience. But perhaps its greatest gift is what it symbolizes, that healing doesn't have to be complicated, expensive, or out of reach. Sometimes it's already in your kitchen. Sometimes it's in the warm spoonful you eat slowly with intention, knowing you are taking care of yourself in the most gentle and honest way possible. And yet, as powerful as oatmeal is, it's just one piece of the larger story of senior health. What we eat, how we move, how we sleep, and how we care for our emotions, all of it matters. Oatmeal reminds us that change doesn't have to be drastic. It begins with one small, consistent act of care, a daily ritual that brings nourishment to the body and peace to the heart. So tomorrow morning, when you sit down with your bowl of oats, know that you're doing more than feeding hunger. You're protecting your heart. You're investing in your future. You're honoring the wisdom that with age comes not decline, but the power to choose differently, to choose better. And if something this simple can have such a profound impact, imagine what else might be quietly waiting to change your life. Stay with us. The journey to better senior health is just getting started. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with me a 1. If not, feel free to comment with a 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.